New research shows that autistic children can receive great benefit from playgroups, which can help them interact and socialise with other people. An organisation called Playgroup Australia is developing free play programs specifically designed for autistic kids, and it aims to have 150 groups up and running by the end of the year. Joining me now in the studio is child and family psychologist Dr. John Irvine. Dr. John Irvine, I know you've been a consultant on this program. Why is such play so important for kids with autism?
You see, the thing with autism is that these kids lack the social skills. That's their biggest deficit. And to have something where we're getting to this problem early is the key to any success. And it's not only good for the kids and their development, because it's that social connection that they find hard. It's not only good for them, but you think of the mothers and the grandmothers and others who are part of the family who don't know which way to turn. What do you do? This kid's not making the same connections. He's the one left out in games. He's the one that's not included. He's the one that seems more interested in objects than in other kids. Well, where do we go? And to get together with others and to have someone you can talk to and cry with and explore with and communicate with is so reassuring for those families. I think that's as big as part of what it's doing as anything. Plus, what they've already found, the research shows that big improvements in the kids' development, and I think that's very, very exciting.
Yeah, when you say it's important that we get to this early, are you talking about brain development pathways?
Yes, we are talking about brain development pathways. While we're not sure of all the causes of ASD, autistic spectrum divorce, Asperger's and autism and others within that school, within that framework, it's nevertheless, we are sure that if the earlier we get to these networks, then the better the outcome. And most of the respondents in this survey said that it had really helped their kids, as well as helping themselves and their management and their communication and their confidence. And it's just very exciting, and I'm very, very proud to be a spokesperson for them.
Tell me, what's the plan? There's 150 groups
Yes.
that they're trying to establish.
Well,
Are we talking about just children and their families who have a child with autism, or are you looking at a bit of a cross-section?
They're really, at the moment, they're specific groups, but I'm sure just like you have integration in schools, as they develop more normal sorts of behaviour, then they can be part of this group or that group. They're not restricted to being in that group.
Yes.
But they're in every state now, and as you said, 150 to be rolled out, part of a big federal government initiative, because we know we get to kids early. The outcome is so much better than just sort of building up things for them later in life or putting them in restricted environments or restricted work environments. They just can't. It's the wrong end. And we've known it for a long time about brain development, but now the government's doing something about it. And you couldn't get a better vehicle than playgroups. Everyone believes in playgroups, because every mum, every grandma, it's something that connects them to each other, because it's a lonely experience. And when you've got a kid with special needs, it's even more lonely and more isolating. And so it's important that they get together and learn from each other.
Yeah, reassuring, I guess, that other parents are going through the same thing.
Yeah, and ideas from each other, It's not just reassurance, but what do you do when, and how do you do this, and what do you do if he, or what do you do if she? It's just all that sort of down basic information that every parent wants from each other, not just the expert. Experts can help with this and that and whatever sort of behaviour management and techniques and medication if it's needed and so on, but they can't give the mother or the grandmother or the dad on the ground the help that they need to say, what do I do when?
Okay, if someone's watching this who has a child with autism, how can they, and they want to be a part of it, how can they get involved?
Well, yes, just to be involved, whether they've got a kid with autism or not, to be supporting all this. But it's just...
is there a website they can go to?
There is. It's PlayConnect. PlayConnect, all one word, .com.au, and that will give them all the leads and all the connections and all the information they need to be able to follow it up and, make a contribution in their own way, or link up with some of the other groups and a better life for their kids and for the families.
Well, Dr. John Irvine, it sounds like a wonderful program, and we thank you for coming in and telling us a little bit more about it.
Thank you so much for supporting it.
Okay, thank you.